Mic check 1 2 1 2. A mic check 1 2 1 2. A 2 2 A. Successful transfers of this almighty information from me to you. A mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. A 2 2 A. It's way less about what you say and more about what you do. Ayy, yeah, yeah. Man, what's good with y'all out there, man? You know what? This the focus frequency. You know what? But I was so lit and feeling good today. I said, you know what? I'ma do the intro over even the focus frequency, and that shit was lit, y'all. You feel me? You already know that this show is brought to you by the Treeway Winter Wear Collection, man. You can cop the drip, you can browse the drip, you can do what you want to with the drip, as long as you know that you got access to very high quality products. You know what I'm saying? Today, we're gonna be getting into something real dope. You feel me? I also want to say, the e-booklet is in the description, so make sure that y'all go get that. You feel me? In 1 second here, let me move some stuff around. Yeah, make sure you go get the e-booklet, man. 2 minutes and be right in your email, and it's a booklet about myself. I kind of basically overcapped. It's like an overview of what I learned from my hardships and my struggles, and I'm giving it to you for free. I packaged it, I'm giving it to you for free. But if you go through Amazon, I set the price to like $7, so you'll be paying $7 plus whatever the shipping costs. You feel me? But make sure you fuck with the book. 3 things young men should know today. Yup, man, yup. 3 things young men should know today. And I know that some of the OGs are looking at it and like, you know, they like, you young too, young blood, you know what I'm saying? But hey now, the game got some years on it. You feel me? The experience got some years on it. I listened. Feel me? I got a mentor. I got somebody who showed me the ropes, and not only that, my experiences taught me a lot. I learned a lot. Feel me? So, yeah, shit. I can talk about it, and if you listen to me talk on this podcast channel, you'll see that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I want to do right now is get into this topic here. And it's about 3 things that young men should know today now. In my opinion, it's more than 3 things. But for the sake of this video and educational purposes and, you know, a lot of things, a lot of factors, we're going to just stick to the 3. And number 1 is this. Let me sip the water, man. I'm off the water today, man. I told y'all I was off the black tea the other day. Today I'm off the water. I'm on to something. You dig? Okay. Now, number 1. Let's get focused. No one is coming to save you. I had to let that seep before I repeat it to you. No one is coming to save you. Right? So quit making excuses. You know, excuses are very subtle. They're very slick. And they sneak in. And if you don't spot it, then you'll make an excuse for yourself out of something that you said that you wanted. You'll excuse yourself from that, from accomplishing it at all, because you was making excuses, and it was from a subconscious level. It was from a level that you didn't even really thinking about. You didn't sit back and say, I wonder if that's an excuse. It made hella sense to you. But that's because that's going right along with the program that you're already running on. Go check out my videos on it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason that happens, because your decision of not doing something, it registers more with the program that you've been running. So you need to reprogram, period. You have to. That's the only way you get different results. Because the results really, it has more to do with the unseen than the seen. You know, for example, it was two guys. I'll tell you this story. It was this guy. He would only make like $50,000 a year. No matter what. It was back in the days though when it was like really good money. But no matter what, right? Then as time went on and economy rose, the average annual income went up. Feel me? And he was still at 50,000. So they sent him to another company in a whole nother state. Trained him up good, coached him. First 3 months, come out the gate swinging. $30,000 within the first 3 months. Guess what? The rest of the year, he only made 20 grand. He capped out at 50,000. Why is that? He never changed how he viewed money, felt about money, saw income. You know, he needed to raise his income. That was a necessity for him, but he couldn't because his program was stopping him. You see what I'm saying? So roll up your sleeves and get busy. Watch out for the excuses. Roll up your sleeves and get busy. And this one right here, this one piece, listen, being busy is a skill set. You have to be locked in and focused, rolling like a train. You feel me? Once you get good at being busy, it's so fun. It's hella fun because you accomplish a lot of stuff and then you're like really having your shit straight because you got a system running. See, that's why I like being a strategist, because I have a system running to where things run in a systematic way to achieve specific goals that I want to reach in each area. You see what I'm saying? So I rolled up my sleeves and got busy, and that kept me locked in, and it was just so exciting. Listen, once you learn how to be busy, you'll like it. I know it may sound tedious at first, but once you learn how to be good at being busy, which is a skill set, you will like it. This is a key piece right here that I'm about to add on to the collection that I really learned when I first moved here to South Dakota. I say not long after I moved here, I realized that, you know, and it kind of ties into no one is coming to save you, but you have to act as if no one really gives a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? You had to move like that. You had to move like in reality no one gives a fuck. You have to have a certain emotional detachment that registers with that statement. Because if you don't, usually you become overly invested into things. Then when you become overly invested into things, usually the result of that is disappointment, because you already, it was a wrap as soon as you started to overly invest into the idea of trying to make something go your way. Feel me? And also acting as if no one cares, it keeps you focused on a purpose. Because you gotta care. You gotta give a fuck about you. And if you see it like that, no one gives a fuck about me, man. I gotta care about me. And that's not throwing a pity party. That's looking at life as reality. And for me, it put me in a mind state of, bro, get busy, like handle your shit, because no one cares. No one cares that you're tired. No one cares that you're sleepy. No one cares that you don't want to build another business. No one cares that you don't feel like getting up. You know what I'm saying? No one cares. No one cares that you need the loan money. Right? You want to borrow money from people, guess what? They don't give a fuck. They got it. You need it. They got it. You see what I'm saying? And then when you ask for it and they say no. See that right there? That really challenged me. That really gave me the fuel to be like, no one gives a fuck, bro. Like, tighten up and have your own shit straight, and that way you can be the person that when somebody come ask you, you could give it to them, but you can give them a piece of game along with it, because you've been in their position. You know what I'm saying? I'll slide it to them once and tell them don't ever pay it back and don't ask to borrow again. But I'll slide it to them once, and then I'll give them a piece of game that'll help them along the way. You feel me? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, you need to act as if no one gives a fuck. It just makes you operate even better that way. Watch your language too, man. I be noticing a lot of bad language, man. Listen, the example of these is, it's too hard. I don't have time. I don't have the money. Or waiting on the right moment, the right time. You know what I'm saying? Like, get this stuff out of your language, out of your thought patterns, get it away. Anything is possible. Listen to me. Anything is possible. Say it to yourself. Anything is possible. Like, it's too hard. I don't have time. I don't have the money. Waiting on the right moment. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's creating a barrier for yourself where a barrier shouldn't even exist. You're putting a barrier where a barrier shouldn't even exist when you're creating these kind of thoughts and thinking patterns. You know what I'm saying? You talk to yourself. That's what the voice is saying in your head, by the way. When you procrastinate and don't do shit, that's what the voice is saying. One of these things, if not something else, but it goes along with these, right? So the second thing that I would advise young men to know today is to learn the skill of valuing yourself. Learn the skill of valuing yourself, loving thyself, trusting thyself, working on thyself, learning thyself. You are all you got, buddy. You're all you got, and you've been here this whole time, and you're gonna be here this whole time. So you might as well get started, because time is gonna pass anyways. You might as well get started. Learn the skill of valuing yourself. And to illustrate this point, this is one of my favorite stories by one of my favorite philosophers, Earl Nightingale. And it's the story of the goose and the 3 golden eggs. Right? It was the father and the son hanging out. And the father agreed with something that his son had said, but continued and asked the son if he had the choice, which one would he buy between a goose and 3 golden eggs. Right? The son said he would buy the goose. The father agreed and continued. Yeah, if you get the goose would continue going on laying those golden eggs for years. That's the supplier of the golden eggs. So if you would have got the golden eggs instead of the goose, you would have just had golden eggs and not the goose that makes the golden eggs. So eventually you would have no assets, right? So then he told the son, funny thing is that most people will invest in the eggs and not the goose. And now the boy was confused. What do you mean? He asked. And the father explained that the eggs represented material things and the goose represented himself. Y'all don't hear me though, like, So, the more you put into yourself, the more you're going to continue laying golden eggs. You need to lay golden eggs. You don't need to lay regular eggs, and you surely don't need to not lay eggs at all. You need to lay golden eggs. And this is an analogy, by the way, y'all. Because I know some of y'all be small-minded as fuck. So simple-minded, you don't even catch an analogy, bro. It should be weird. But listen, what I'm saying is you need to be the golden egg. You need to be the goose that lays the golden eggs. So you have to invest in that goose that lays the golden eggs in order to keep the supply of golden eggs, right? To replenish every time. You have to keep the goose at its highest capacity, which is you, which is me, right? Last but not least, where we at right here? Okay, perfect timing. Last but not least, consistency. This is number 3, by the way. Third thing that young men should know today. Third thing is, drum roll please. Last but not least, man, seriously, consistency of the application of information makes you a dangerous person. I'm gonna say that again. Consistency of the application of information makes you a dangerous person. Now I had to let that sink for a second. Because your superpower is to learn. One thing that no one can take from you is your ability to gather information and then apply it. No one on earth can stop you from doing it. Even if they came and broke your hands, right? They can't break your mind. They would literally have to drug you up or some shit to stop that from happening. But the consistency of the application of information makes you a dangerous person. And especially if you learn it and you not telling nobody. I just gave you some game right there. If you know how to low-key learn and low-key apply, it makes you a dangerous person, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you learn the art of consistency. Learn the art of consistency, and the only way to be consistent and persistent, you have to connect and know your why. You need a strong why that when you think about it, it makes you damn near cringe and you say no. See, for me, it was a memory of a time when I was at my worst. For you, it could be a hardship. For you, it could be somebody that just left you and you feel like it was fucked up, so you want to focus on bettering yourself. For you, whatever it is, right? But you need to know your why in order to finish what you started. Because once you start something, you need to finish it. And that's where consistency comes in at. You have to keep reminding yourself, I started something and now I have to complete it. All the way to completion, right? So know your why. These were the 3 things that young men should know today. It's your Ryan Patboy Dolo checking out, man. I just wanted to get on here and kick this game off. If this is a topic that y'all like, make sure you let me know, you know what I'm saying? Which I'll be able to tell by what I can see on my side of things. But I appreciate everybody who's viewing, soaking up this game. Keep soaking up this information, man. This is the sauce that you can't really get anywhere else because it's truth. You know what I'm saying? It's truth at the deepest level. And once again, the consistency of this information, the consistency of the application, of this information, it makes you a dangerous person. It's your Ryan Patboy Dolo, and I'm checking out. Peace.